Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys send strong message on QB Cooper Rush amid cut rumors. The Dallas Cowboys are facing a difficult choice in selecting Dak Prescott's backup for next season, with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance both vying for the role. Lance has seen the majority of preseason game action. He's completed 40 of 64 passes for 339 yards and a pair of touchdowns, one rushing, one passing. Lance has also tossed an interception. Rush has thrown just 6 passes in the preseason, but the Cowboys have also been closely monitoring his training camp reps. "I think just like anything, you play this all the way out," McCarthy said on Wednesday, August 21st, about the backup QB battle. "You can never have enough good quarterbacks, and we got 3 good ones. We're fortunate." Cooper Rush has had a super consistent camp with Cowboys. The Cowboys mostly know what they're getting in Rush, who has been with the team since 2017. He saw extended time in 2022 when Prescott went down with a thumb injury, even creating a brief QB controversy. Rush went 4-1 in his starts, passing for 1,051 yards, 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He's played sparingly outside that window, attempting just 49 passes in his other 5 seasons combined. The Cowboys value the consistency that Rush brings to the table. Trey Lance will be on 53-man roster. The Cowboys traded for Lance before the start of last season, sending a 4th-round pick to the San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones recently praised Lance's ability and upside as the former number 3 overall pick. He also assured Lance will be on the 53-man roster. "I'd like to see us really be able to have our quarterback depth," Jones said. "I'd like to see Lance get some more work in this weekend, that would be number 1. Do I need to see any more from Trey Lance? The answer is yes, but he's going to be on the 53. That move would leave Rush on the outside looking in if the team decides to keep only 2 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster. It's a risk to let Rush go, but it's less likely he'll get scooped up by another team than Lance and could sign with the practice squad." The Cowboys hope that discussions about Prescott's backup remain confined to the preseason. Over his 8 seasons, Prescott has stayed relatively healthy, and with an important contract year ahead, the focus is on keeping him on the field. Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb predicted to miss start of season amid dispute. The Dallas Cowboys are playing a dangerous game with disgruntled wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, and there's a chance he will miss the start of the regular season. Lamb has missed the entirety of training camp and 2 preseason games, holding out for a lucrative contract extension that could make him one of the highest-paid non-quarterbacks in the league. He's earned it with his play on the field. Lamb finished last season with a league-high 135 receptions for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns, setting multiple franchise records. The Cowboys have remained optimistic that they'll reach a deal with Lamb before Week 1. However, Yahoo Sports senior writer Frank Schwab is not so sure. Schwab predicts that Lamb will miss some time and not get the deal he's seeking this season. Dallas seems to be playing a bit of a waiting game with Lamb. Given that Lamb is already holding out, the sides seem reasonably far apart and the Cowboys in a bind with 3 huge contract extensions coming up. This seems to be a situation that could impact Lamb's status at the start of the regular season, Schwab said. Prediction: Lamb misses a regular season game, like Chiefs defensive end Chris Jones last season, waiting on his new deal, which won't get done during this season. CeeDee Lamb has turned down offer around $33 million. Lamb is in the final year of his rookie deal, which will pay him $17.9 million. If the Cowboys do not reach an extension with Lamb, they could conceivably use the franchise tag on him for 2025. But considering he's already holding out, it probably wouldn't be great for Lamb's morale. The Cowboys and Lamb's reps recently met by phone, per Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News. Dallas approached $33 million per year with their offer to Lamb, but he wants more. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones hasn't done the team any favors with his comments on the negotiations with Lamb, at one point saying Lamb's situation wasn't urgent. Lamb responded to Jones' quote by writing, "LOL," on social media. Jones later had to clarify and gave his most recent update on the talks on Tuesday, August 20th. "We're in good shape there. We're having good talks," Jones said, via The Athletic. "I think I am optimistic. And when I say that, it doesn't sound too promising. The facts are that I believe we'll come together. I don't want to speak for him. That's what I'm trying not to do. But we wouldn't have offered him what we've offered him if we didn't want him to be here." Cowboys signed two-time Pro Bowler in late defensive move. The Dallas Cowboys are adding one of the NFL's most proven veterans to reinforce their defense before the 2024 season begins. After 14 years and stints with 5 other NFL teams, Linval Joseph is taking his talents to Cowboys Stadium. The move was first reported on August 21 by longtime NFL insider Josina Anderson. Joseph had been a free agent this entire offseason, but now has a new home with Dallas. Joseph arrived shortly after Cowboys defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer publicly called for the team to add to the nose tackle position. In his prime, Joseph was one of the NFL's premier players at that position, and he was playing under Zimmer with the Minnesota Vikings. However, he is just over a month away from his 36th birthday. Joseph's latest stint with the Buffalo Bills wasn't exactly a success, but Dallas will likely not be looking for a huge role for Joseph. Instead, Joseph will probably take on a rotational role that will give the Cowboys a fresh force on the interior. Linval Joseph looking to rekindle old success. During the 2016 and 2017 seasons, Joseph was a force of nature on a talented NFL defense. It's hard for defensive tackles to stand out, but on a defense that boasted multiple Pro Bowlers, Joseph did just that for the Vikings. In 2016, Joseph made a whopping 77 tackles, earning 5 tackles for loss and 4 sacks. He followed up with 68 tackles in 2017, adding another 5 TFL and 3.5 sacks according to Pro Football Reference. The years before and after featured plenty of success too, but it was with Minnesota and Zimmer that Joseph had his best years. Over the past 2 years, Joseph has struggled to make an impact with new teams. While he started 11 total games for the Philadelphia Eagles, he failed to produce at the same rate. With the Bills, Joseph struggled to get on the field. He did not start once in 7 appearances and only played 35% of Buffalo's defensive snaps.